I just did the math on alt armies in the War Within, and they're looking pretty juicy. Everyone was talking about this, or a lot of people have been talking about this before launch, even with concentration taking the place of inspiration. Everything, every class, every spec or profession spec is now potentially a daily cooldown spec, where you're utilizing your concentration to guarantee a quality 3 craft you wouldn't otherwise do. So like just swap a couple of materials around on this Flask of Alchemical Chaos, we can see that I can barely reach quality 3 with concentration right now. And concentration is incredibly profitable. So this add-on is called Craft Sim, and you should use it if you don't already. It shows me the value of concentration, and it also shows you your concentration gains. So I haven't been able to find a specific external source, but based on this number right here, it looks like, and some math I did, it seems to regenerate about 10 concentration per hour. So that's sort of the baseline, and then, well, crafting has the concentration profit. And if you look up the recipe scan here and scan for recipes and include concentration, then it even includes the concentration value of each of your recipes. So we can see here that actually the maximum one is the File of Bountiful Seasons, where I can get 36 gold per concentration, apparently. Now this does have a lot lower sale rate than the Flask of Alchemical Chaos, so I'd probably go for this one for my concentration, but that's beside the point. We can use this to figure out how valuable a alt is. Now, obviously, I don't have every profession. This is my main and the only one that has like sort of good professions. I have 80 knowledge points, so nothing absolutely crazy. I haven't done any artisans acuity shuffles or anything. I've been, as I shared earlier, been a slow start to the expansion. I have maxed out alchemy soon. I have the tool with multicraft. I have one tool for engineering. I've bought one book or something. I don't remember exactly. But this is sort of a normal amount. This is the only character where I'm this far on. On the others, like, I've unlocked professions, and I at least gotten some of the around the world things, treasures for one-time knowledge gains. But that's where I am right now. And even for engineering, if we go to the other profession, we can see that there's a bunch of valuable or reasonably high concentration value crafts here as well, with stuff like the what are they called? The embellishments showing 16, 19, 20, etc. Potion Bomb of Power was up here earlier as well. Yeah, Potion Bomb of Power 14. So depending on the value, like engineering, I don't think engineering is ever going to be like a super high value concentration profession. Might be some value in doing some of the bolts long term, but as we can see here, the value here is a lot lower. But if we take the something reasonable here, like the Flask of Alchemical Chaos at 27, 28 gold, and then for engineering, we can have any of the middle sort of like the Potion Bomb of Power, some that's will at least sell more than embellishments that aren't best in slot. Then we're looking at about 40 gold or about 20 gold per profession per concentration. With these two, which haven't been super optimized. Well, alchemy is probably one of the better ones, but that's about 40 gold per hour, or 40 concentration, 40 gold per concentration, and then 10 concentration per hour, which means that as long as you're regenerating concentration on both of your professions, then this character will be generating 400 gold of profit every hour. Now that doesn't sound like much in a vacuum, but it does stack up really well over time and with alts. Now, the question is, how is this going to be over time? Like, if I take this 400 gold per hour and just multiply it by how many hours are in a month, then I'm making a token. I'm making 296 gold in profit just from concentration, adding value to my crafts. And that's the same price as that's more than a token on a U. 286, I'd be 10k left over. Now, I'm not sure that concentration is going to be this high value for the entire month, but it is going to be high for sure for alchemy. And if you had multiple alts, well, then you're looking at something pretty good. So across my 2 accounts, I think I have 10 level 70s now. I haven't counted out. I have 4 on the other account, and I have 6 here, so we have 10. So if they're all generating 400 gold per hour in profit, then average daily profit from these 10 characters is about 96,000 gold. And that's the pure profit from using concentration, and that means I can focus only on doing very, very high sale rate items, so stuff like Flask of Alchemical Chaos, Spell Thread for tailors, weapon stones maybe for blacksmithing, or maybe there are other crafts. Stuff that sells really fast on the auction house that you can just throw out, bam, it sells, you're done. Which is very, very nice. And it's super lazy, because for some of these crafts, you won't even be logging in every day because there's nothing to do every day. Like for alchemy, I need about 400 and something concentration, 450 I think, to guarantee the quality 3 Flask of Alchemical Chaos. So that means every other day I can craft one. It takes about 2 full days to regenerate enough concentration to do one more. So that means we can just leave our alts for a really, really long time, and then we get back. So obviously right now, if we swap out 442, it's a little less than 2 days, or 48 hours worth of waiting around before I can do another one. And then I can do this, and we can sell the max tier Flask of Alchemical Chaos, which are still extremely expensive. And probably will be quite expensive for a really long time. Like, I expect most casuals will just be using quality 2 flasks for a very long time, because the quality 3 ones are just extremely expensive, unless guilds can get to quality 3 cauldrons, which is possible, of course. I'm quite far off that as well, but with better materials, this might be doable. So yeah, that's it. Like, alt armies are extremely profitable, it looks like, based on the real data we have so far. And you just need to make sure that whatever you have, set one up, get it to where it can start utilizing concentration for something profitable, and then just make sure it's always cooling down. Once again, CraftSim is our absolute friend. You can just hover over the concentration number here and it'll show you all your alts. We can see that I have multiple alts with max concentration because I haven't even set them up yet, so there's nothing to use concentration on. But yeah, you just check this, you just see if anyone's close to maxing out, and you log on those and make sure you spend concentration, and you're ready to rumble, essentially. Pretty easy.